Hi, I'm Sierra Morris and this is Chuck and the Chicks. In this video, I'll be talking about 8 tips for your first summer with chickens. Backyard chicken care in the summer has both rewards and challenges. Nicer weather can make chores like maintenance and cleaning so much easier. However, heat waves and soaring temperatures can pose a very real danger to your flock. These simple tips will help boost your flock's health, happiness, and productivity now and all summer long. Things like shade and hydration are essential. Heat waves pose just as much, if not more danger to your flock than plummeting freezing temperatures in the winter. Simple, affordable solutions like homemade shade structures for your chicken area and multiple hydration stations can make the difference of life itself for your backyard chickens. I made an entire video about how to get your backyard chickens ready for heat waves now. I'll be sure to include that video below in the description. It goes into much more detail about some of the things that I'm going to mention in passing in this video. Your chickens will need access to fresh air. Especially if your chickens are living in partial or full-time confinement, make sure your chicken housing is properly ventilated to allow your flock access to fresh air. For additional safety, cover vents and window openings with hardware cloth to let fresh air in but keep predators out. Leave coop and run doors open during the daylight hours if it's safe for you to do so. Now is the time to develop your cleaning, care, and maintenance routines for your backyard flock. Essential cleaning and maintenance of your chicken area is significantly easier in the spring and summer since there aren't any freezing temperatures and you can utilize water. Using a gentle, natural cleaning solution like diluted Castile soap mixture to clean perches, roosts, nesting boxes, and accessories helps contribute to the health and happiness of your flock. Remove excess droppings from your chicken area using either deep bedding method or spot clean and scoop method. Excess droppings cause and perpetuate chicken pests and diseases. Refresh your nesting material in your nest boxes as needed. Line your nesting boxes with a soft, clean, appealing material liner like straw, hay, nesting pads, or even dried leaves and long grasses from your own yard as long as they haven't been treated with any yard chemicals. I also add mint and lemon balm to my nesting boxes since both grow in my garden to naturally deter pests. This step is optional. If you just adopted your first backyard flock and you're curious about what even goes into developing your own daily and seasonal cleaning and deep cleaning routines, I have a whole video dedicated to just that, and I'll be sure to include that video below in the description. Utilize frozen and cooled fruit and vegetables as healthy treats and boredom busters for hot and wary chickens. Frozen peas, frozen berries, refrigerated fruit and vegetable scraps added to a bowl of water make great cool-down treats for your flock. Another indulgent treat is a part of a melon or a watermelon. You can often find damaged or undesirable fruits and vegetables discounted at your local grocery or farmer's market. Repurpose the chicken-safe food scraps your family would otherwise waste by adding them to a bowl of water with some ice and feeding them to your flock. Note that not all kitchen scraps are safe for chickens. Items like chocolate, diet food with artificial sweeteners, highly processed food, caffeine or energy supplements, avocado, and alcohol are all toxic to chickens. I have a whole video dedicated to kitchen scraps that are safe for your flock, what is safe to feed to your backyard chickens, and what I have had success feeding my backyard flock. I'll be sure to include the video for that below in the description. Help your flock stay cool by providing them with water and shade. This does not have to be expensive or complicated to construct. Objects like tarps and old bed sheets can be repurposed to provide your flock with a shaded area to escape the heat of the day. More semi-permanent solutions include things like a canopy pop-up tent or outdoor curtains. Functionality is key. Multiple water stations are important to help your backyard chickens cool down in rising summer temperatures. Water stations can be anything from homemade water dispensers, livestock-safe dishes and bowls, repurpose safe objects, or purchase water dispensers. You can create cooling stations for your flock from common things you already have in your home. Location is very important, as water stations in direct sunlight are very unlikely to be used, and water stations clustered too close together or in a crowded corner can inspire pecking order battles. Spread your water stations out in a shaded, appealing area where your flock naturally congregates. Provide more than one placed several feet away from each other to allow elderly, younger, and lower status flock members to stay hydrated without harassment. You can utilize other summer temperature support like misters, chicken-safe wading pools, hillbilly or redneck AC cooler setups, frozen plastic water bottles, or chicken-safe hydration packets. Note, if you're providing any sort of supplement in the height of summer, be sure it is only one of your many hydration stations and that your other options for your flock are simple, cool, plain water. This way, flock members can utilize the hydration packet supplement by choice. If chickens don't like the taste of water, they won't drink it, and things can go downhill fast. Your chickens' bodies were made to consume plain, clean water. Expect some lowered productivity, especially during heat waves. Lower productivity means your flock may lay fewer eggs during the height of summer during the most oppressive heat waves and temperatures. When temperatures will be above 80 degrees Fahrenheit, some breeds of chicken which are poorly suited for hotter weather will struggle with heat stress, which negatively impacts their health and their productivity. Do as much as you can to mitigate heat stress with the methods mentioned already and then included in the heat wave video to help your flock stay productive naturally during the height of summer. Other possible causes for low or ceased productivity include things like unsanitary conditions, inadequate nutrition, overcrowding, stress from predator pressure, excess stress, aging, or pests and disease. There's no such thing as a bad or lazy chicken, and if your chickens aren't laying eggs, it's very likely that one of their basic needs isn't being met. If you are brand new to having backyard chickens and you have questions about when your first laying hens are going to start laying their eggs and the things that you can do to help them lay eggs, I made a whole video about that and I'll be sure to include that below in the description. Provide mash or fermented feed to your flock during the summer to boost nutrition and hydration. To ferment your chicken feed, I use the formula 2 cups of filtered water to 1 cup of chicken feed. Place a cup of your chicken feed in your chosen container. This can be things like a glass canning jar or a plastic container. Add 2 cups of filtered water to your container so the feed is completely covered. The filtered water can come from a filtered tap, bottled water, or leave regular tap water open in a container overnight, which will allow the chlorine to evaporate. Ferment your feed in a jar with a loose ring lid left partially untightened to allow air to escape, or you can use a cheesecloth or an old t-shirt and cover the opening of the container to let the air escape, but keep insects out. The fermenting mixture needs to be allowed to vent so it doesn't expand and break your container. Place your container in a cool place out of direct sunlight. Experiment with a small batch of fermented feed first to make sure your feed ferments well. Some brands and types of feed will ferment better than others. You can ferment chicken feed as well as chicken scratch grains. You can ferment feed for up to 3 days and then check. You can also do a quick ferment and feed the mixture after just 24 hours. Successful fermentation will show signs of bubbles and smell like sour fermentation like strong yogurt or sauerkraut. If the feed smells like rot or shows signs of mold, do not feed it to your chickens. An even simpler route is creating mash. Mix whatever food ration you're offering to your chickens with water in a livestock-safe dish. Done. The moist food provides them with critical nutrition and hydration during hot summer weather. Clean up and dispose of any uneaten portion at the end of the day to avoid attracting predators to your chicken area. I have a whole video where I break down step by step how I ferment chicken feed and how I make chicken treats at home for my flock. I'll be sure to include the link for that video below in the description. Get to know your flock this summer simply by spending some extra time with them. Whenever possible, spend some extra time just sharing peaceful space with your flock. This is one of the greatest joys of backyard chicken keeping. Even if your flock is living in confinement and you can't be in their area with them, Bring out a lawn chair and offer your flock treats while sitting with them to just enjoy their presence. If your flock is able to graze in an outdoor area, spend time observing them demonstrating these important natural behaviors. Watching your flock and mindfully seeing them adds to the enjoyment of chicken ownership, as well as serves as an important tool to alert you to any issues. Do you have additional questions about taking care of chickens during the height of summer? Are you new to backyard chickens and have additional questions after watching this video? Are you a seasoned flock member and you have additional tips about helping your chickens navigate the summer safely that I didn't mention in this video? Be sure to share your thoughts below in the comments so we can all learn and grow together from all of our different lived experiences. Small flocks and small gardens can save the world. Every backyard flock grown in the presence of a family with love. Every small garden and container garden makes the world a better place. You are having a positive impact. Thank you for everything you're doing here with me on the channel, and thank you for everything that you're doing with your own flocks, gardens, and container gardens all over the world. Thank you to all of my current, new, and long-term subscribers. My purpose is to share information about backyard chickens and homesteading with as many people as possible. I want to make this information easier to understand and more accessible. I couldn't do that without all of you. Thank you to each and every single one of you, and thank you for being here with me on the channel. We would love to have you as part of our flock. Lots of love from our coop to yours. See you next time.